chapter 1 playthrough. I'm probably not streaming by this time, and I just got out of the dark world in chapter 1. I have some commentary on this that I would like to record. I just want to do some commentary on this because I like Deltarune. I got into it like I got into it like last month. Uh and I've been like listening to a lot of analysis and like theory videos as sort of pre-play work, I guess you call it. I only recently bought Deltarune on New Year's Day actually. Yeah, we're gonna play through this. I'll give my commentary on it. Not like it matters anyway. And I'll leave OBS open. Do all that neat stuff. I love Kris so much. I love him so much. He's so cute. I guess I also like the idea of a silent character who also has so much personality like he does. Deltarune is just a really well constructed game, as well as Undertale. I have a better understanding and like more like of blocked. I have a better understanding and more like of Undertale than I do Deltarune. But I'm learning to love Deltarune just as much as I love Undertale. Here's the Delta Church. Oh, is this the Father Alvin? Hi, Kris. What a pleasant surprise to see you here on a school day. There must be a reason that you came here at such a time. I, Father Alvin, implore you, if you have anything weighing on your mind, please speak. Fruit juice. Kris, if you want some of our sick fruit juice, then you should come to our service. Hey dude, your fruit juice is sick. I want some. Let me in just so I can have some. My choir sounds a bit thinner since your brother went away. Oh, I sang on the choir. Kris, it would be wonderful if you would sing with us. Or even participate to any extent. Instead of just trying to drink the fruit juice. I really wonder how the Deltarune religion works. Like, they're just teaching people about the prophecy and like how does that work? There has to be something beyond the prophecy, you know? Oh, is this a path that like Des, Azriel, Noelle, and Kris used to go down? It's like, oh yeah, here, the shelter. Oh wait, I forgot. I normally listen to something else while I'm playing games. Right now, the only games I have in my file are Undertale and Deltarune. I don't mind the music, but like I just like to listen to it on repeat. So I often like have my headphones connected to a different device. I listen to something else, you know, while I'm playing. Toby Fox did us all a favor when he like included stuff like save files and like more controls. Deltarune doesn't have Undertale does not have a sound control. But Deltarune does. Do this. Okay, no audio in the light world, I guess. My fault, sorry. Oh, the Dreamer House is very far from the town. Hey, can I come in? Huh, they weren't kidding when they said that the Holidays and the Dreamers were neighbors. I don't really care to explore right now. Would like to go here though. It's an ornate gate. It appears to be locked. Oh. Noelle does appear in chapter 1, doesn't she? Like outside of the school. Hey, it's that house from Undertale. Flowers. Flowey. Is Flowey here? Hey, skin color reveal. Oh my gosh, wow. It's Frankenstein and bulky Asriel. Oh, this is where we go, the sit down with Susie. I am a bit of a lore player myself, and well, yeah, I'm really big on lore more than anything else, like more than game mechanics or. Excuse me, sir, what are you doing here? Golden flowers, their color is kind of dull. Dead Flowey. Dead Flowey! Yeah, so your brother, Asriel, actually used to be a flower with like no soul. It was so crazy, dude. But now we have his flower relatives all dead. Also his original flower corpse also dead. We planted them around the house as memorabilia, you know? Bro, that's weird. Oh yeah, I was gonna make so I have not seen this piece of character dialogue myself, but Kris reportedly does have a very deadpan and mumbly voice. I can totally see him having that. So if he were to sing on the church choir, he would be super awkward. Like, I don't know what songs they sing there. Oh, the prophecy, angel, the night, Death Knight theory confirmed. Yeah, I'm a Death Knight truther. Yeah, this has just been my rambling. Probably gonna upload this because, you know, it's fun to show people your stupidity. I thought of, upping the sound, when I got to this part, when he was talking about the piano. Oh, it's you. Are you able to play the piano again? The patients can't hear. But I personally enjoy it. Yeah, when you go over here, try to play the piano, it's an As a result, it's missing most of the good keys. Play it. Yes. Blink. Wasn't there a thing where he would like smash his hand on the piano, and it like he wouldn't let us play it. Police tape is blocking the way. The tape simply reads, "Yeah." That is so Undyne. I saw a post on Pinterest. It's one of those why you should play Undertale. We have this, and this. Anyways, it was so for Undyne, the description was sushi. I thought that was so that's so diabolical, but also true because you know she's a fish. She might be a very tasty fish, you know, if you think about it. Asgore doesn't have any authority over the town besides, you know, being ex-police chief. But I think if you were the mayor of the town, or like he had any other, is this guy missing an arm? Missing an arm. I think if he was in a higher pointed position, for him to have been able to name the town, I think he would have named it exactly that. Because he's horrible at names. I mean, come on, dude. New home. What? Those are not proper names, but people will just accept it anyway because he's the king. But I mean, they could have petitioned Asgore to make a different name for the underground capital and the original place. Deltarune sign! Deltarune! I wonder what connection the Delta space rune has with the Dreamers, because like Toriel wears it, she even wears it in this game, and like it's all over their house. on the roof and on the mat. I can probably, if I go in here, I probably might find other. No, I didn't mean to go in. I just wanted to search for the Deltarune symbol. Welcome home, honey. Did you have fun with your friend today? By the way, I just finished baking a pie. If you go to bed, it'll be cool when you wake. But do not eat it all this time, alright? Uh-huh. So cute. Hey, bud. Are you busy tomorrow? I need some help with something. It'd be great if you could come over. I live just next door, you know. No. Well, that's disappointing. Alright, let me sweeten the deal for you. If you come over, I will personally not even be there. It'll just be you and my little brother. So this is something I was confused about for the longest time. It's like in fan art. I do look at fan art. The non-degenerate ones. But like some fan art will portray Sans as having raised Papyrus. I was never sure of this. I thought it was like only a theory, like, oh, Papyrus is actually the younger kid. But no, I think Sans is, yeah. So this basically confirms that Sans is the older brother. I came to the realization that Kris has only one like friend in the light world. Like at this very moment in chapter 1, the only friend he has is Susie. Susie of all people. That's like saying Noelle's only friend is Birdly, which is true. But like, you know what I'm saying? They're the last people who you would expect to be friends. Shut up, Toriel. I'm trying to look for Deltarune symbols. Your brother cannot carry you to school anymore, you know. Oh, so cute! Azriel always being the thoughtful one. He was like that too in Undertale, if I recall. I did not get to the end. I had to restart my playthrough in Undertale like I think 4 times. I'm currently on Asgore's fight after being stuck on Mettaton's fight. Ooh, it's not gonna be easy. And I'm on a neutral run, so I'm going to fight Omega Flowey afterwards. Ooh. But that's so cute. TV. It's a TV. Doesn't seem to even be plugged in anymore. So Kris doesn't even watch TV anymore? Has he gotten that depressed? Poor Kris. Hi, Toriel. Kris, what is it, honey? Me, pie, Azriel, never mind. Kris is reluctant to bring up Azriel. I wonder why. Azriel? Remember that video game you and Azriel used to play? What was it called? Super Smashing Fighters? Super Mario Brothers, Mom! It was Super Mario's Brothers! When he was very little, he loved the green lizard from that. Oh, this was a detail in chapter 3, I think. We even had a birthday party for him themed around it. No wonder no wonder he was embarrassed about it. If you make a big stink about it like that. Like, I know you're trying to be thoughtful and like, you know, just be nice to your kid, like throw parties for him like that. He's gonna get embarrassed about it, okay? I don't want a Christine birthday party, even though I love this little goober too much. Your father painted all these eggs with spots as decoration. Oh, your brother loved it. Until the next day, your father cooked them all for breakfast. Your brother just kept crying. He must have been really little. Ever since, he's hated that book about eating green eggs. It's a landline phone, but you already have a cell phone. Toriel not giving us... Ooh, pie. Toriel not giving us an ancient phone, as she did in Undertale. I have theorized, like no joke, I have theorized about what this cell phone could have been. Like, is it the Undertale, the underground version of a Nokia? I'm talking about the phone that Toriel gives us in Undertale. According to Alphys, it's an ancient phone. So like a flip phone, Nokia, like what is it? But I mean, it's understandable that she would give us an ancient phone, quote unquote, because she was like really isolated from everyone. She probably didn't get the latest technology. I'll have you know that little Frisk, or, well, as I named them, little Aki, only accepts the best of Apple iPhones. I wonder what Kris has. Will there be any commentary on the phone that Kris has? I don't know. Phone theory is real, guys. It's a butterscotch cinnamon pie. Oh, wait. What was that other one? It's still cooling. Eat it, eat it, eat it. Put it in the microwave and eat it. Put it in the oven and eat it. Burn your mouth off. I've done this before, actually. I've, like, eaten something straight out of the oven, and I burned the roof of my mouth. I don't regret it, though. I was hungry. You, your mother, and your brother. So Azriel stayed with Toriel after the divorce. That's interesting. Was Asgore not a good father? Books. There are many books. Tales of Snails, a Snorri book. Snails do not have tails, a scientific refutation. Imagine someone putting their entire, like, years worth of writing a manuscript and, like, perfecting a book just for it to be about snails do not have tails. I mean, it's simple enough to just put that on the internet. Hey guys, snails do not have tails, and write a short article about it. But putting the time and effort into years making a book, which is usually how long it takes, I don't know, maybe books can be developed over the span of a few months. But like books I've read, they're over a few years. So putting years of work into that book just for it to be snails do not have tails, it's kind of a wasted effort, you know? You could report on better things than that. Because snails help your garden. Not really. And a signed copy of The History of Humans and Monsters by Gerson Boom. What does Gerson know about humans? When I first came out of the door here, like when I first started playing first few minutes of gameplay, I thought these were locks, the little silver parts under the door, under the knob. Oh, crayon. There are crayons in the drawer. They have long faded and there's no green. I find it, oh, Deltarune symbol! Waha! Deltarune symbol! I find it so interesting how Kris and Azriel share a room. Well, I guess not really interesting, but you know, it's... Azriel, you hiding under there? I see something under there. You hiding? Or do you have a sheep under there? There are CDs under the bed. Classical jazz, religious, ska. There's also a game console. It has only one number controller and one knockoff one. Oh yeah, Azriel used to let Kris use the number one, and Azriel would use the knockoff. That's cute. The game. I already got a lot of spoilers about like little details of the game. Bloodstain, birdcage, Kris's bed, closed drawer. No, I have not played Deltarune before. This is my first playthrough of it. I'm just saying I listened to a lot of analysis, and through that I've gotten a little bit spoiled about everything. There are seats under the bed. Oh, okay. I'm gonna end it soon. Gonna go talk to Sans again. I think, despite everything, it would be nice to see how he is in Deltarune without any stress, because in Undertale, he had a lot of like weight on him. He was a scientist. He had like all the time travel shenanigans. He was trapped in a timeline that kept on resetting thanks to the determination of the player, and possibly also Flowey, if I don't have that lore wrong. I wonder how he is here. Like, if you go to bed, this chapter of your adventures will end. Ooh, we can move on to the next chapter. Will you go to bed? Not yet. You'll sleep later. Birdcage. Crashes. Bloodstain. I wonder where this bloodstain came from. Are you the night papyrus? No, papyrus is not the night, because like what emotional oh, this is where Susie probably lives. I'll explore that later. It's Monster Kid. Okay. I have something to do, so I'm gonna do that yap session later. I think I just stumbled into Alphys's back alley meth dealing business, and I do not want any meth. Okay, we're gonna stand in front of the hooligans and end the yap session. I'm sorry if my audio is not the best. Well, I know my audio is fine, but like my voice, and I don't do much voiceover content.